What AI can do, what basic automation cannot do effectively. We just recently discussed it. So AI can find business logic vulnerabilities. Regular static analyzers cannot. Also, AI can find hard mathematical calculations and mistakes on the fly. So basically, if there are some calculations are going on your source code, AI can help you to find gaps. Also, it can analyze the code base deeply, connections, interconnections, and a lot of stuff. It can do some creative thinking and provide you more information about, how to improve the source code, where are the potential vulnerabilities. Even if it will not find real vulnerabilities, it can create you potential vulnerabilities, which can occur later. And this is example of how to create a vulnerability report using AI. So let me just show you. If you deploy the Llama, like we did yesterday, and here is the guide. Let me show you. Where is this guide? Just one sec. So I think this one, yeah. So this one also will be shared with anyone. You can also see it sometime later. So yesterday, we deployed local model, which is called Llama 3, using software which is called Ollama. So let me tell you again what is Ollama. Because yesterday we just spent a few minutes on this. So Ollama, this is like important stuff. If you will run this command, it will install Ollama on your computer. So what is Ollama? Ollama is software which allows you to download any model on your computer, and based on that, you can communicate with it, or you can deploy the chat box. So yesterday we did it successfully, but obviously I forgot the password because I was in a hurry and I didn't even think a lot, to be honest. So Ollama, let me open it again. So I think what we need to do here is just destroy this container and create a new one, because that is not going to work. I don't remember the password. So that password was, too much secure, so I forgot it. Let's put it like this. I don't store passwords in memory. Now, okay, now it just redeployed, but it looks like it is having the old data used. Nice. So guys who doesn't use Docker, I will basically suggest you to start using the Docker, because it is so cool. You can deploy anything super quick. And I just deployed Ollama using Docker, and I deployed the web version of Ollama, just using it. It's called Open Web UI for Ollama, but I just need to clean the cache. So let me just try to remove it completely. And I think I will have to because it's called volume, right? So where is volume? This is the volume, right? Let me just destroy that volume. I think this is the volume for Ollama. And when did I create it, right? Let me see, 12 days ago, 1 day ago, this is the volume. So guys, I'm also removing the volume because volume is having the password and some other information which is stored. So I'm not only removing the container, I'm also removing the volume. I don't want to remove. Okay, let's see. I think maybe I removed the right volume. So yeah, this. Okay, this is my stuff. Now it should spin up. Let's wait for it to go live. So I'm trying to deploy the local Llama. Yeah, now we are good, guys. So what do we have now? Now we have ChatGPT on our computer, which is not going anywhere. And the guide here is very easy. You just run few commands. Let me just share those commands. This is command number 2. So there are only 2 commands which you need to run. So when you run those 2 commands, you will be able to use your GPU and get the web interface for local stuff. Why I wanted to show you this? Because using this chat box or using the command line interface, you can start to create the tools. So let me show you example of different tools which you can create just, using AI. So this is just a basic Python script. And that Python script can connect to your local AI and download, and it can just take the reports from the folder, and based on that information, it can create for you the report. So this is example of how you can use your local Ollama. So let's see if it's online, right? We just deployed it using Docker. Yeah, Ollama is running. So if we will save this stuff, right, it will help us to, to analyze the reports or anything else, what's in our stuff. So what is this code doing and what do I need to do to run it? So sometimes you don't know how to run the code or whatever, you can just ask, it will help you. But for me, I did that stuff myself, so I know. So we will save it as the Python script, like python s.pu. We will save it. After, let's navigate to our folder. Oh, what is going on? It should be okay. Now I see it. OneDrive, desktop. And now I'm going to run it. So Python should be registered in the system. So what it is saying, choose model name which you want to use and prompt text. For me, I know models which I have, but let me show you the models which we have here. What is this? So let me click here and just go to admin panel. So this admin panel can allow you to download models, right? And this is the list of models which I already downloaded. How to download local model I was showing, but let me show again. Some models you can download to the system itself and just provide the path, because not all models are following the same format. Some models you need to convert. So let's talk about this one. It is Llama 3. So this is the model. Hello. Let's see what it will tell me. Obviously working. It's obviously working. Hello, how are you today? So now I'm just communicating with AI using terminal. So can you help me to analyze some files? So basically, let's try to pass some file, because this software basically is allowing me to pass the, so I just, just send it itself. It's located on your desktop, like you created. So as I remember, you can, yeah, my file, explain this code, my file. So this is what I try to do, basically. I'm not sure why it didn't take that pass. Let's try it. First of all, it's not send prompt. I just called it differently. Python's Llama 3. It's Llama 3.18 billion and pythons.pu and explain this code. Explain this code. Let's see if it will work with the file which I provided to it. So what is this example all about? This example is all about that now I can download my code base on my computer and I can ask AI to analyze each of the files which I have. So I'm just providing you an example. So you don't need to buy some expensive tool. You can just use, the scripts which I'm showing you to analyze your source code. So generate pentest report. So as you can see, this stuff tried to generate pentest report based on my script. So I provided it, the script, and it tried to find the vulnerabilities. So definitely it is just trying to write something which is not really true, because that code doesn't have any vulnerability, because it doesn't have any proof. But if you will provide a vulnerable pattern, let me show you. We worked with DVVA, if you remember this website. It's already down. Let me put it up. So Docker, DVVA. Let me put it up. Go up, 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 up. I'm not sure why it's not up yet. It should be spinning much faster. Okay, while it is spinning, I don't want to spend time. DVVA, GitHub, I will just show you. So there is DVVA, vulnerable application. And let me take, for example, XSS, right? Stored XSS. And this is the main page for it. So it is vulnerability stored. So let's just try to feed it to ChatGPT and to feed it to Llama in the same time, just for you to compare. Provide me with full vulnerability report for this one. So I use the ChatGPT, and in parallel, I'm going to create that file and just use Ollama, right? So it will be vuln.txt. So I'm going to run that script, vuln.txt, right? Vuln.txt. So I'm just showing you how you can analyze your source code on your computer, so nobody will even know. So this stuff is created example of malicious code, which you can inject there. It detected that this is stored cross-site scripting. So that Ollama is not that bad. It found vulnerability. So we can say mitigations, reproduce mitigations, additionally add potential mock location and how to exploit it. I need to see steps. So it provided me with steps on how to do it. It provided me with malicious code, which I need to inject. And let's see what chat said. Chat said where it is exactly located and where it is used. It created the same payload, some other payloads, and that is it, I can say. It's like a lot of spam. Let's ask it the same question. This one. And I would just say, like, keep it simple. So I'm just asking chat, and I'm asking Llama to create the same stuff. And in the parallel, just to make it more interesting, let's also go to chat box, choose uncensored Llama, and let's say what it will do. And we will ask the same, question. This stuff as well. So this one is also saying this is XSS, and it is also providing us the information. So I'm just saying that any AI, local, not local, can detect, vulnerabilities. Usually, let's maybe provide some, example of. Can you please generate remote command execution script using Java? So let's see. Because what I was providing to those models, I cannot create. Okay, this will okay. What I was providing to those guys, it was written that it is XSS. Inside the source code, it was written that this is XSS. But this one is the shell code created by hackers. And hackers are using it to basically upload to, to the website. So let's ask, what is this, right? So let's see what it is saying. Remote command execution. Anti-chat shell remote command execution vulnerability. So first of all, it made up the title. Anti-chat is like the name of shell code. Okay, so the anti-chat shell application is vulnerable to remote code execution due to flaw in its PHP code. It is not saying that it is malicious stuff. It is saying that this application, which is called anti-chat shell, has that vulnerability. It is intentionally there. But I'm just saying that it detected it in 1 second.